I've lived here my entire life and I've never seen anything even close to this ever organized in this community.
Everybody's too afraid to have this conversation about racism. But when are we going to be ready? The time is now.
We feel compelled as a Latino community to come out and say we support the Black Lives Matter movement.
I am here to tell everyone that no authority can get rid of minorities. We are strong, we are here, and we know our rights.
We're going to defund the police. We're going to stop the abuse of our black and brown men and women in our community.
We're in Union City right now, and this population is Latino, Dominican, Puerto Rican, South American, Cuban, and basically a very predominantly blue-collar Latino community. What happened to George Floyd is not an isolated incident, and as a Latino man, it is my responsibility to act in solidarity with my black and brown brothers and sisters.
My first protest was when I was 14 years old, is when a off-duty Weehawken police officer killed a friend of mine who was 17 years old. And that was my first encounter with police brutality against a person of color. What's going on in this country where police brutality and systematic oppression is accepted is no longer going to be accepted by communities across the country.
It's a Latino fight as well. You know why? Because we have Afro-Latinos, we have Black Latinos, and the community of Latinos seem to always forget that in multiple countries across the world, there are Black Latinos, no matter you're Mexican, Colombian, South America, Central America, no matter what, and they seem to forget that because of race and color, and we can't forget that. This is why it's our fight too, because these are our brothers and sisters.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Well, as a woman who is multiracial, my other father is Puerto Rican, all right? I had to have a conversation with him and fight with him back and forth about the fact why I was coming here today. He kept telling me, oh, the pandemic, COVID-19, I get that. But we have to bring change. And that is a hard conversation that we have at the dinner table with all families on the phone. It's about educating. You know, black people, los Africano-Americanos, they can't always educate everybody. We have to educate ourselves. Yes, it's our responsibility to educate ourselves at the end of the day. And that's what we have to do.
I'm half black and half Dominican. The black community can't be the only community that's sticking up for themselves. So when everybody comes together, we can actually be heard and get justice.
COVID has hit us very hard. I've had many friends and family members that have contracted the disease, and the fact that people turned out lets you know that although COVID is dangerous, we understand that there's more, that systematic oppression is most dangerous.
You know, it feels like maybe it's because of the quarantine that everyone is really invested in what's going on more in the world. Everyone is coming together in all 50 states of America, and it's a beautiful thing.
So some of you might know this, and some of you might not. This is an election year. Use your power. You got voter registration forms right here.
I am praying that people will vote in November. With this pandemic and everything, we cannot live in fear.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
We have to come together and vote. We have to bring the change. We are the change. And if we believe that, and the generation that is behind us and is coming, we have to come together with all generations.
I really hope to see that the law enforcement will think twice when they come across minorities. Listen, like, we are human just like you. We respect your job, but respect us. You are supposed to protect us.
Well, I hope that this is not a moment, that this is a movement, and that people take this rally forward in their lives, that they don't stop fighting for justice, that they continue to speak out when they see an injustice, because an injustice against one is an injustice against all of us. And so I just hope that this is not something that people go home and feel good about and then post on social media and then forget about. I hope that this is something that continues into the future and that people carry with them for the rest of their lives.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.